I see this as a tremendous type of thing that if we pull it off in one community, which I think we can, and I think people right here, certainly from knowing you so well and seeing what you're doing with all of this big band 80s movement that's going on. And
in costumes, in different kind of costumes, on the raised bowl floor. You know, they, I don't know what they did to make a dance floor out of it. And they had this kind of a dance going on all the time. They taught them how to dance. This is part of a large program.
Because it's wholesome.
Yeah.
It's wholesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, they live a wholesome life. And it's the kind of a thing that's something with the family.
There's been new studies and reports about the family getting back together and all that sort of thing.
Well, you bring this up, and this is very interesting. You know, my daughter, my youngest daughter, is 22, and I was just talking with her the other night.
You talked to her too, huh?
Well, yeah, we're very close. We're very close. And, no, but what she is having problems, and I don't think that she's going to mind me mentioning this, because I think it's indicative of how the younger generation is feeling today. And she tells me that there are several things. One is, of course, she graduated college, and she's having problems identifying herself with some of the people she used to associate with very closely.
I can relate to that.
Right, and it's the kind of a thing that they seem to be stuck where they were. In other words, they're going the bar scene, they're going into this rock scene or whatever it is, and she has developed. She is responsible in the community. She's got herself a good place of employment. She's using her education and her talent. But she's running into this problem with identity, you know, identifying with these people. And she's coming up with these sort of frightening nightmares now because of all of the things going on in the world, okay? The world economy being so bad. All the threats of nuclear war and everything. And what they're saying to themselves, where's my future? Well, do we have a future?
All she is a bright girl who's got her mind open to, whereas it was closed in to rock and roll and dancing and partying and so forth. Now it's opened up into what we have been living through for the rest of us, you know, most of our lives, the adult phase of it, where you listen to not just a select program on radio or TV, but the news, and say, hey, the world's in funny kind of state. Look what these dumb kids are doing over there, and what's going on here, and this nuclear situation and so forth. I think it's a matter of her growing up, you know, that stage from adolescence to adult. It's a strange one. A lot of people have problems in the romantic part of it, you know, the love situation. And a lot of people are starting to just, their minds are starting to open. Don't forget, I've seen people who are now 35, 40 years old, who are now into good music, big bands, all kinds. I don't want to keep saying big bands, because that's not the only
quality music.
Quality music, right.
That's the thing that we should
so, and then when they look back, and they were so, I mean, it was impossible for them to like anything other than what they were liking at the time they were kids, you know. But it's such a delight to me, because you know that you just know that they're going to grow out of it into a realistic kind of a
the thing is that I don't want to interrupt you, but the thing is that I was bringing up with my daughter, okay, it's the kind of a thing that she is developing, okay, not only in her awareness as a woman in society and all of this, her taste, as you say, in music is also becoming more sophisticated,
right?
Okay. The people that she is now associating with are into jazz or into some of this big band music because they can relate to it.
Right.
It's the kind of a thing that you feel it. If people will allow themselves, this is, I think, one of the most difficult things for a lot of people to do, especially some of the diehards that want nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
They won't allow themselves to accept something new.
Right.
them in the past and distribute them around, but if they want to get them on their own, how would they go and get themselves a copy of it?
Well, they can write to Big Band Ladies out in California, which is 9288 Kinglet Drive, which I'm sure you have a record of. In
Oh,
case,
sure, I'll have it, yeah.
They call you. It's 9069 Los Angeles. And send $1 to help with the cost. The catalog itself, printed in thousands, costs over $1 to print. And then the postage costs another whatever. But if they send $1, we're willing to send them the catalog.
Well, fantastic. And I want you to know now, this is a non-profit organization that you have there. Is that correct?
In many more ways than name only. Let's face it. The idea is that it's not an organization to make money. It's an organization to create money for the band leaders, create success for the bands and band leaders and so forth. But there is no reason to even think that it has a chance to make a profit. Matter of fact, I must have over $50,000 of my own money lent to the organization in order to buy the inventory that I can't sit around and wait for an order and then start ordering from the various companies. I have to have a lot of that stuff in stock. So, and we had to pay for the catalogs. Once they pull them, they want to get paid. So all this has to be paid for. So somebody had to lay out some money. Now, eventually, I'm sure we'll get caught up and get the thing off the ground, and we may even get some money ahead. part of the thing, we tried to raise some money to be able to send those dance band arrangements that I was talking to you about free to all the schools. Well, that costs money to do. When you have 10,000 bands and 10,000 groups of arrangements, the paper alone.
All right, let's say a school wants to get a hold of some of these arrangements. What kind of a charge would there be if you couldn't send them out free? Well, let's just assume, in other words, let's say some of the schools are going to pick us up on this kind of activity that we're talking about.
Well, there are stage bands arrangements available in stores. I mean, they're in the mood and some of those things, and a lot of jazz things. But the more demand there becomes for dance arrangements, the more the publishers will put those arrangements out. And I think they're charging around $15 or $20 for them if they print them in big quantities. We sell some of the stuff that we publish, our own arrangements. We charge $35 because they're quality arrangements. They're full orchestra. They're on the regular manuscript paper, etc. Whereas the others would be on the thin printed paper. Right. But the point is that the music, they would have them, and they could get almost whatever they wanted to get.